You know, I was actually going to make a funny opening for this review. I was going to recreate the exact same opening I did for the first ride-along film. But after seeing this film, I said to myself, no, I'm not gonna do that. Why should I put the effort into making a funny intro for this review when the movie itself couldn't put any effort into being funny itself? Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the film Ride Along 2. Let's get started. So Ride Along Dose follows brothers-in-law James and Ben. Get it? It's a double entendre because they're both police officers and Ben is marrying James's sister. Oh my goodness. In fact, now I think about it, it's a triple entendre because they're both black, and one of the ways that you would refer to one of your friends, you're like, what's up, my brother? Wow. I'm thinking way too much about this film. Let's just get back to the premise. The two head down to Miami to find and stop this crime boss, and that's it. That's the entire premise of the film. Now, the first ride along back in 2014 was pretty meh. It was your typical and extremely cliche buddy cop action comedy that we have seen countless of times before. But it had Kevin Hart, who without question was the only saving grace of the film, as every single scene that he was in, he killed it with so many memorable and laugh out loud hilarious moments. And it's because of Kevin Hart's comedy and the surprise hit of the film that they decided to greenlight a sequel. And so here we are 2 years later with Ride Along 2. And what do I think about the film? There's only two words that can perfectly describe this film: forced and unnecessary. Now granted, there were a couple scenes sprinkled throughout the film that I did chuckle at. Either the moment or situation was pretty humorous, or what the characters were saying or doing was pretty humorous. And there is this one moment in the film that did make me laugh out loud. It was pretty damn funny. But other than that, every single problem that was present in the first film is here in the sequel. They fixed absolutely nothing. In fact, all the good things that they had going for them from the first film, they ruin in the second film. The biggest and most painful one being the humor of Kevin Hart. In the first film, Kevin Hart's comedic delivery was on point and hilarious, and it came off as natural, like he was just being himself and he was just naturally a funny guy. In this film, it came off as incredibly forced and annoying. Like, they'll put him in certain situations where he just throws himself into the situation, similar to like in the first film, but the problem is that the scenario and how Kevin Hart is handling it isn't humorous. It just comes off as really annoying and a pathetic attempt to make the audience laugh. I don't understand why the writers found it necessary to force more comedic situations and dialogue onto Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is a naturally funny guy. He can make a scene funny by his presence alone. You don't need to add more comedy, more outrageous things for Kevin Hart to do or say to make the scene funny. Ironically, by doing that, you make it less funny. Ice Cube and Kevin Hart still have no chemistry, be it comedic or serious, and thus you don't really feel a convincing bond or connection between their two characters, and the ending of their relationship just doesn't feel earned. Again, it just feels really forced. All the new characters that were added to this film are either completely forgettable or really annoying. Olivia Munn's in this film, and she's like this badass detective lady who doesn't take shit from nobody, and knows all of these cool codes to put people in, but she really doesn't offer much to the film besides eye candy. Kevin Jong is in this film. You guys remember Kevin Jong from the Hangover films, and he's basically that character in this film as well. A little toned down, but he's basically the same thing, and he's just really annoying. I thought he would at the very least be funny. He delivered no funny lines in this film. How do you waste Kevin Jong? The main villain of the movie, played by Benjamin Bratt, had the potential to be a very interesting and entertaining villain. I mean, the movie opens up with him at a party, and some of the few dialogue exchanges that he has with certain characters actually made me go, wow, this character might actually be a whole lot of fun. I mean, it looks like Benjamin Bratt is having fun with the role, but no, they just resort to making him a cliche baddie who has all the power, and then he's stopped by our two hero cops. You know what the funniest thing about this film is? I think it was sentient. Like, it was well aware that it was a terrible film, as Ice Cube's character utters a line to Kevin Hart's character that perfectly sums up the biggest flaw of this film. And that line is, "You know what your biggest problem is, Ben? You lack focus." And that's exactly what this film lacks as well. Focus. It constantly deviates from the main story to focus on like a comedic bit, or to focus on Kevin Hart saying something funny. Like, you think, okay, the story is progressing, right? And then, nope, sidetrack, we gotta follow Kevin Hart saying something funny to his wife, and then we maybe take 2 more steps and then sidetrack again, Kevin Hart gonna say something funny, and then maybe we take an inch and then Ken Jeong does something funny, and it doesn't do this just once or twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9 times, no, it does it about 10 or more times throughout the film. I was sitting in the movie theater thinking to myself, why is this scene still going on? It's been 5 freaking minutes. The scene's not funny anymore, and it doesn't add anything to the plot. It's completely pointless. Move on already. If there's one credit that I could give the first ride-along, is that the humor was actually integrated into the story. It served a purpose, and it went along with the narrative. In this one, the humor is so out of left field, it doesn't even connect to the main narrative. It's just little side things to add some comedy, to make the kiddies or to make the audience laugh, but it just doesn't. It just comes off as really annoying, really repetitive, and it drags on for way too freaking long. Overall, don't know why I wasted your time and my time ranting about Ride Along 2. I apologize profusely. I think we all pretty much knew that this wasn't going to be as good as the first one, and with the first one not being that good to begin with, it doesn't bode well for the sequel. It just makes it come off as a really unnecessary one and an unnecessary waste of time. A 1 out of 5 stars. Just don't go see it. Go see 13 Hours. I've been hearing a lot of good things about it, and although I personally will not see it, I'm sure you're going to have more fun watching 13 Hours than you will with Ride Along 2. Just skip this ride along. But anyway, what did you guys think of this film? Did you find it hilarious and entertaining? Or did you find it really boring and dull and Kevin Hart was just phoning it in? And let me know, what is the most unnecessary film sequel you have ever seen? Comment below, let me know. I have one more review coming out later on today. It's going to be another movie review, and it probably might not be a good one. And stay tuned, next week I have a new anime review coming out. In fact, I'll probably be having 2 anime reviews coming out, so stay tuned for that. And at the end of this month, I have 4 top 10 lists coming your way. So until then, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below. Like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'm talking about in a second, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube.
No.